2018 report from the United Nations Office on Drugs and Crime in Nigeria indicates that 1 in 5 persons who had abused drugs in the past now suffers from drug user disorders. The report also gave an estimate of about 14.3 million Nigerians between the ages of 15 to 64 years involved in psychoactive substance use for non-medical purpose.
The moment a man is on drug, it affects practically everybody. It affects so many people, it affects the whole family, it affects the society, and everybody in the society or the family will, one way or the other, bear the brunt of this drug and or this substance abuse. For example, if a driver is on drug, then every passenger inside such a vehicle will all be at risk because anything can happen. So, and that is another thing that's seriously leading to what's called now depression now. Many people are going to depression now, many people are going to suicide now and some other things now because there are issues they are battling with, which they think they can use drug to conquer.
The major reason why people go into drugs is just, number one, there is a vacuum in the heart of man. And it is only God that can fill that vacuum. Either drug abuse or sex abuse or food abuse, all kinds of abuse. There are spirits behind that are responsible for all these things. And until those spirits are correctly and adequately attacked and arrested, what we are doing, any other thing that we are doing, will not actually tackle the roots of the problem. Until we start to teach people how to know God. That is the basic thing. If you know God the way God should be known, there are so many things that we run away from because of that knowledge.
Drug abuse has resulted in the untimely death of many people, mental illness, organ failure, and many more. This, experts say, is unacceptable.
The way forward is for every hand to be on deck. Both the youths, the parents, the government, everyone of us, we have to work.
Ordinarily, what should a student be doing with matches? Not in the kitchen. You see matches with in his hand. You see needle and syringes. Begin to suspect. And I kept advising parents, God has blessed you, your son is in his own room. Have a spare key. The room belongs to you, the house belongs to you. Have a spare key to his room. Go at a hard moment, lift up the mattress or the phone, check on the net, open his wardrobe, search everywhere. You are likely to see things. When you also observe that maybe the eyes is becoming reddish, you can see sometimes that the lips become darkened. So these are telltale signs that somebody may have been using drugs. And for those who have been injecting, you may see needle track. You may see needle and syringe in his room. You may see that he begins to have repeated ulcer from signs of having injected himself. Sometimes they have ulcer in their buttock, they have it on their thighs. Those are some of the signs that you look at. Sometimes things become missing in the house, what is called housemaid theft syndrome. When things that are very expensive begin to get missing in the house, iPad, Android phone, laptops that are Apple laptops that are very expensive, and those things begin to get missing in the house, you need to suspect maybe that child has been doing cocaine. Those ones are very expensive. A pinch could be at 2,500, a gram could be up to 10,000, 12,000. So definitely that will make him to begin to steal. So he steals property, he sells things.
We need to look at our justice system. Why we are not trying to criminalize the victims, but we must also put the judicial aspects in place to curb the menace of drug in our environment, where people traffic drugs, where people cultivate drugs, and they seem to still continue to do that. And the long arm of the law is not catching them. We still need to look into that, both the law itself and also the implementation.
The World Day Against Drug Abuse and Illicit Trafficking is celebrated on the 26th of June every year. The theme for the 2019 celebration is Health for Justice, Justice for Health.